back of the head, you boys know the rules. No clinching, don't grab, no elbow. Touch her if you want, and back your corner.
It is about to go down, ladies and gentlemen, for 5 rounds in flyweight kickboxing. And we are underway.
But here we are.
Here we are, Rich Franklin. He believes that the legs of Takeru have not fully healed from his bout with Superlek. Nice leg kick landed by Takeru as Rodtang attempts to answer with one, comes up empty. Rodtang very light on that lead leg, typical Muay Thai style. As Takeru looks to close that distance on the back foot now. Rodtang lands with a big Takeru, can he answer the count issued by Olivier Kahn? One big shot sends Takeru crashing to the canvas, and he cannot. Rodtang knocked out, round 1. They embrace. Rich, walk us through this.
Rodtang's walking him down, Takeru's waiting to throw, and then right here, he just is a fraction of a step ahead on both of those punches that landed. And that's the second combination. If we were to rewind to the combination that happened before that, you could see that Rodtang was just a step, just a slight beat ahead. Right there, his punch lands right before Takeru's punch. Amazing timing from Rodtang, and you can see right now Rodtang's celebratory.
Sok Thy's got to check some of these kicks.
Oh, left hand, right kick, teep kick. Sok Thy comes back with something, and that's what he has to do.
Just ultra aggressive. Rodtang marching forward. The tank is rolling through Bangkok.
That is a gorgeous left hook to the body. That leg, how much more can it stand? Again, he goes left hook to the body, right to the head, kicks to the left leg. Sok Thy directly above us here, circle side, in Bangkok at the Impact Arena. And Rodtang is thrilling these fans.
How tough is Sok Thy? He's still in it. He's not backing down. He's not going anywhere.
Left hook to the body. The tree has come down. He attacked that trunk.
Bell in round 2. Co-main world title fight, flyweight Muay Thai. Rodtang with the belt. Tabares trying to shock the world.
I like how Tabares is answering. That's very important in like stadium Muay Thai, is to not let your opponent get the last shot. But Rodtang finding a shot on the head of Tabares as Tabares takes a knee but not ruled a knockdown.
Yeah, wow, he stepped in with that lead elbow there. I think that actually hurt Tabares, even though they didn't count that as a knockdown. Olivier saw it as a stumble or a slip.
Big combinations from Rodtang with a nice knee from Tabares. Head kick Rodtang as they trade leather here in the second.
Rodtang shifted gears here, putting a lot of forward pressure on Tabares, no longer standing toe-to-toe. He's walking him down. Tabares needs to find something quick.
Yeah, Tabares looks like he's also shifted gears in the wrong direction.
Now he's starting to take those backward steps. I'd like to see him start taking lateral movements, putting combinations together, stepping off and firing again.
Nice jab there by Tabares.
But he's not moving. He's got to get that head offline. You can't keep that head in the same position. Rodtang's right hand is a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about in his keys to victory, is working those angles, being stuck here on the fence. Oh,
elbow.
Wow.
Elbow clean, that's it, that's a wrap.
Tabares, can he somehow recover and get up? No! Rodtang in the second.
You go to the well too many times and the well is dry, come with the spin elbow. Rodtang blocked it immediately, come back with an elbow counter of his own.
3 minutes to go in this world title fight, the co-main event on Prime Video 4.
A major underdog match before, and I went out on a limb and said this is not as much of an underdog match, although Rodtang's been in control, but Lasiri has brought more to the table, I think, than most people would believe.
I mean, actually thought he was going to get him out of there in the first 2, so.
That's right. Here tonight, become a 2-division world champion.
You can't let Rodtang play these mind games, so that's how you get ended.
Rodtang taunting.
His game plan, keep moving, utilize the
minutes to go, final round in this world title fight. That's what he does. That is the scouting report on Rodtang and why he's such a fan favorite. Big shot with the
was a
right.
knockdown for sure. Not questioning that one.
Another heavy right.
Monstrous right hand out of southpaw position.
He kicked Rodtang. Showing everything. Another right. Lasiri on the run. Taunting is Rodtang.
Looks like he's taking his foot off the gas, trying to have some fun out there, still trying to close the show out.
He is a box office blockbuster in every sense of the word. Rodtang.
Haggerty needs to get to that team pitch. Needs those elbows. Hooking punches from Rodtang. Haggerty calls him forward. That's usually what Rodtang does to opponents. Is he going to try and open up the ego now of Rodtang?
This is where Haggerty's got to be careful. He can't engage in these types of exchanges with Rodtang, where he gets pushing backwards. He has to keep his footwork going, utilize those shots. There's that downward elbow that you were calling for, Michael.
Going for the collarbone tracker. There's a little shot from Rodtang. Haggerty having worked with Elias Delopsis. Haggerty on the outside. Rodtang about to up the aggressor meter, it looks like. Good right hand there, jaw rattler from Haggerty. Another one there from the bridge. Rodtang backs him off, body shot, belly button through the back, lemon shot, down again. It's deafening in here. The second time Haggerty's been dropped with a lemon shot, and he's also cut. Broken. He gets put on his backside. Here comes Rodtang, here comes the power, to the body again.
He's got to move. Get on that bicycle. Do not play with this dangerous game with Rodtang.
Rodtang going for the finish, backs off Haggerty again. And now you see Rodtang's ego coming into play. The beating in the chest, the slapping in the face. That's what Haggerty wanted. That's the Rodtang Haggerty said he prepared for. Now let's see if he finds an opening. A jumping knee doesn't get through. Here comes Rodtang. The power, the power, the power, the power, the punishment. Haggerty down for a second time in the round. If he goes down once more in this round, it's over. If he goes down once more, it's over in this round. Here comes Rodtang. Rodtang, 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 Rodtang. Third knockdown in the round, all over. Have a look at the onslaught. 4-ounce gloves. One of the hardest hitters in the combat world. Peppering jabs. There's the round kick from Petchdam. That had some nasty power, but so too that right hand. Did you see the sweat fly off the brow of Petchdam? But you see Petchdam trying to mix it up now, trying to get his tempo, trying to get his rhythm, and trying to up the power stakes. Rodtang doesn't seem phased. What can phase this powerful young man, this powerful young world champion? Earlier on tonight, his girlfriend, Stam Fairtex, getting a quick win over Sunisa Season. Will the power couple of the martial arts world both prevail tonight? And he just dumps Petchdam to the canvas like yesterday's garbage. Petchdam straight back to his feet, but here was Rodtang again coming over the top. Petchdam with the firing kicks. Rodtang gets on the inside.
Yeah, we're seeing, but it's kind of a different strategy from, Rodtang. He's not just this, animalistic brawler who just walks forward throwing heavy shots. He's actually a technician as well.
The big question here, what does Petchdam do with 60 seconds remaining to turn the tide, to swing the pendulum? Because everything Petchdam has done has not worked for him the way he'd wanted to. And Petchdam's going to wonder, can I find something in 30 seconds? And Rodtang just walks away from it. We are going down to the judges in Bangkok. A thrilling main event. Rodtang a couple of final salvos.
Judge Thai. Ready? Choke!
Look for Rodtang to go headhunting here on Khalilov. The stats team tells us that he usually throws at 40% of significant strikes to the head, Rodtang, except against Petchdam. He went 74% on that night.
See, this is vintage Rodtang right here. He's trying to corner, and he wants to throw a lot of heavy hands. But I would imagine he's got a height advantage. You might want to keep that reach, keep moving, utilize the jab.
Make no doubt about it, folks. If Khalilov finds a way to beat Rodtang, it will be a major, major upset. Body shots ahead there from Rodtang. Good cover up, though, and the counters. Nice return from Khalilov. Some showboating here from Rodtang, and that means Khalilov caught him. Good jab from Khalilov.
You can see on these exchanges here, though, each time that Khalilov is throwing, Rodtang is able to return with 2 to 3 pieces at a time.
That's what Khalilov needs to be careful of. Standing at this range, this is where Rodtang just overwhelms people, especially with those hooking shots when he goes to the body and then he starts to go up top once he has you opened up.
If Rodtang wins tonight, he's already called out the winner of tonight's main event, be it Inahachi or Superleg, to challenge for the flyweight kickboxing world title. Catch an attempted counter there from Khalilov. Khalilov already surviving a lot longer than many people thought. Once again, an overwhelming 96% of fans tipping a win for Rodtang, 81% saying by a knockout. It is the most lopsided prediction in one Super Act history. Left hand there from Rodtang. Left to right, doubles up on the right. The old 3-2 combination. Back to center circle. The impact of those gloves.
Nice left hand landed by Rodtang. His jabs are heavy. He just throws everything with power.
Khalilov has got to keep that lead hand tight because Rodtang is going to eventually find a home for that lead left hook there.
If Khalilov gets out of the first round, having landed a couple of punches on Rodtang, it should do wonders for his confidence. Circling both ways and Rodtang calling him forward, saying, come on!
Yeah, I don't know if just getting past the first round is going to do wonders for his confidence, because once you feel Rodtang's power, it starts to leave, that confidence just starts to leave your body.
Rodtang will turn up the aggressor meter. There's the hooks. Hook to leg kick. The classic Rodtang combination. Checks the low kick. Rodtang, they call him a tank because he is continually rolling forward on opponents.
I'm impressed with Khalilov here too. He's hit another gear in this second round coming out.
Said he'd have the speed over Rodtang. Eats a right hand there. Clinch, knees.
Stop, break.
Nice lead uppercut there. As he closed the distance, he just landed a beautiful sweet uppercut.
Rodtang marching forward, outside leg kicks from both men. Khalilov dropping that. Left glove a little low though. Got to be careful. As much as Rodtang is hooking off the left hand, he can also hook off the right, believe me.
Maybe I was wrong. Khalilov is having a much better round here in the second. He's got to just keep this volume up, but he cannot allow him to get backed up like this. He cannot get his back up against that wall. This is what Rodtang does best. He pressures you up against the wall and he freezes you there.
Rodtang trying to cut off the movement of Khalilov. Go to the inside thigh. Khalilov, nice quarter turn, gets back to center circle. That was well done from Khalilov. Little hematoma over the left eye, nothing too serious though on Tagir Khalilov. Circling away from Rodtang's left side. Again goes that distance. Body shot from Rodtang. Right hand didn't connect. Khalilov smiling at Rodtang, maybe trying to get inside Rodtang's mind, maybe trying to frustrate Rodtang and open him up to a counter.
Look at the inside of that left leg of Khalilov. And the outside for that matter. You can see the work that Rodtang's put on it.
It is red raw, but Khalilov is still here and still giving a pretty decent account of himself.
He's doing much better in this round. He's landing shots, but you got to wonder, is that redness on his legs going to count as superficial damage, Rich?
But until it actually changes something in his stance or style, switches his lead or something like that, it hasn't accumulated to something more significant than superficial.
I honestly think another confidence-boosting round for Khalilov. He's not going to win the round.
I don't think he's upset at all. He's been here, he's been in this situation 265 times. He's just trying to draw him into that game. These are mind games. He's playing more to the psychology of Khalilov.
In psychology, Khalilov's been working his mind tricks too. He's been smiling at Rodtang. Very few people smile at Rodtang. Trying to get inside Rodtang's mind. Trying to frustrate Rodtang. Maybe hoping Rodtang will open up and give an opening to Khalilov. Now you see Rodtang turning up the pressure. Here comes the volume. Here comes the power of the tank, of the Iron Man.
Rodtang's hunt for that finish.
You hear Rodtang grunting as he lands those hooks. Every time, back to the body, goes upstairs. This is classic Rodtang, and look at Khalilov playing the mind game, saying, come on, you've got to do better than that. You're Rodtang.
Well, I'll tell you what, Khalilov has lived up to his word.
Defying the critics, defying the fans. Spinning back fist from Khalilov. How do you do? What audacity. The final round from Khalilov to throw a spinning back fist against Rodtang.
I think this is a great debut for Khalilov. Teeing off. Look at Rodtang.
Rodtang
on a show.
Unaffected. I love the showboating from Rodtang, but keep in mind, those are punches landing. And they're scoring.
Reminiscent of when Mark Hunt and Ray Seppo went at it. Dropping their hands, allowing the other to tee off.
Man, I'd like to see Khalilov go up high with a head kick the next time Rodtang does that. You can't just punch him like that. He's got such an iron chin. Iron Man.
Khalilov 22 wins, Rodtang 265 wins. And Khalilov's about to go the distance with the mighty Rodtang. Final 10 seconds. Rodtang still trying to drop him. Khalilov nods, still standing. Still firing. Tremendous. Rodtang will take the victory. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Second round of action. Rodtang nods. Comes out of his corner. Will he up the aggressor meter now? He needs to. It was an unfamiliar slow start.
This is typically where we see Rodtang level up and shift gears. And he starts to put a little bit more fire behind his shots.
Inside leg to that. Femoral profunda there. And another one from Rodtang. Goes to the inside leg a third time.
You can hear those leg kicks landing from the booth here.
One way to slow down the boxing of your opponent is to kick the legs, because every good punch begins from the bottom of the feet and works its way up the body until it exits out of the fist. So if you can kick the legs, you can effectively slow down the boxing. And we know the boxing was effective of Daniel Williams in the first round. As Rich noted, he did almost find the target with the right hand. And there's a nice little turning left hook, almost a gazelle punch there from Mini T.
I think that left hook from Rodtang just hurt Daniel Williams there.
Another one from Rodtang. A mandible rally. Oh, the big kibosh! Mini T went down. The left hook from Rodtang. Second round was all Rodtang. The knockdown makes it a 10-8er to the Tang Creek.
Yeah, for sure, but I'll tell you what.
And here comes Rodtang. This is danger now for Williams. Spinning back elbow from Mini T. The Australian's got a long time to survive this round with Rodtang on the front foot. Another left hook. Overhand elbow. Crossing elbow. Uppercut elbow. The full Muay Thai repertoire here.
A lot of people try to run from Rodtang, but Mini T is not backing down, but he's got to move.
Mini T staying inside the phone booth, but he's got to get out of danger. Beautiful teep kick to the midsection.
Out comes the Iron Man now. Daniel T has got to start moving because that range is lighting him up.
These elbows, the most dangerous weapon in Muay Thai.
He could get caught. Look at that elbow, but it was those three hooks.
Rodtang has lit him up here in the second round.
Yeah, you could tell Rodtang there got a little emotional after he caught that knockdown and was getting a little overzealous for the knockout, but now he's kind of composed himself and he's really starting to pick his shots intelligently with those elbows.
We usually see Rodtang take opponents apart with his hands. Tonight, though, he's looking for the elbow knockout. Look at the slice and dice and fillet Williams. But Williams is not prepared to wave the white flag here, Dragon.
Yeah, he is standing in the pocket, not changing his game, not running. Still willing to go toe-to-toe.
Stiff right hand on the inside there from Mini T. Rodtang sticks a foot in his face. What a tremendous round for Rodtang.